Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
What's going on, people? This is Influence. Today I have Velocitron Speedia 500 collection. This is a legacy figure in its Cybertron universe Override. I don't know much about Override. I bought this figure because it caught my eye, and I have no knowledge of other than what I've read. I did look it up a little bit just to see, so I wasn't totally ignorant. And I know this is a female character. It was on Speedia or Velocitron, the world in near Cybertron, and it was like a speed race world, and she was like the fastest person or something like that. You guys can let me know in the comments. But again, to get back to this figure, I'm starting out in car mode, alt mode, because it comes in car alt mode, and I like to start as it comes. This is an accessory that you get, that you put on, and it works pretty well. Just off the back, it's a beautiful figure. Like, I was actually kind of blown away when I took it out the box. And that's what actually made me gravitate towards the figure, because of the paint job. The paint is super nice paint job. It looks kind of like the character. I saw the G1 character and it was weird looking, but as a robot. But I think they pulled this off great. The head threw me off a little bit. I thought maybe it was supposed to be in and they didn't know where to put it. I know they have trouble with heads sometimes, but it looks kind of accurate. I guess it's accurate to the model. So let's just get into pulling this a little closer. The wheels are plastic, but it's a different type of wheel. It's got like translucent plastic with the gold rims. This is showing, you can tell it's the arms from underneath. You can see that it's holding on. I do like the transformation a lot as well. This right here this is all painted. This is painted, and there are some parts that are kind of rubbing off and they look like they didn't paint it all the way, but it's really done well as far as the paint job. I really like the paint. This is all painted. I think this is black plastic, but it looks good. Like it's like a shiny black plastic. It may be painted, I don't know. And all of this, it all matches, and the paint all matches, the white and the yellow. And you can see on here, which are the arms and the hands. However, they got the gold that shows through there. You got the paint on the gun. It well doubles as the gun. You see the back is pretty clean. Don't have anything in alt mode to compare this to, so we'll just go through the accessories for now. You can pull this off. Like I said, this is a separate accessory that is plugged into the back here. You have this, and I'm not sure which way it's supposed to go. I don't know if it goes like this in gun mode or car mode, or like this in gun mode or car mode. I couldn't really tell with the directions. And you can flip these out, and they become a gun. I kind of like it like this, but then you put it like that, it kind of widens it. The only thing, it kind of looks unfinished right here once you pull the guns out. You know me, I like flaps covering stuff, so I wish it would have had like a flap or something. One of my designer. So then you have the directions. Directions are pretty cool. See here, it looks like it's out flat, but I can't tell. But even on the car, it looks like it was out flat. So directions are fine, like I said, and you have the box. I do like these boxes. They are getting nice. I like the artwork on the boxes. This is one with no plastic and cardboard ties. So see how that works as far as thievery, but mine was fine. Didn't look too molested. So here we go. We're getting him transformed, or her transformed. I didn't know it was a female character as well. But you want to lift this up a little bit. There's two tabs into the both sides of the car, which are the legs. Then there's a tab here and here. Then you can pull that out and it accordions out and right at the knee. So then you can pull that out like that. There's a tab right there that will plug in tight. Sometimes it's hard to get. Make sure this is up. Plug that in tight. And you can move this to the front. Now in the back here, you want to move this out. Well, actually move this. I move this kind of up, and you can push this down. It's just enough clearance for it to go down. And then you want to move this in, and this goes up like that because that will tab into there, which I think is a nice little touch to keep it where you need it and to kind of fill in that back, which is nice. It's nice that they did that. Then again over here, and move that up and do it over here. You'll see it a little bit better. And that tab's in there. This is all painted. I didn't show, like over here, this is how I know this is white plastic that's painted black, which is great because the paint is sliding down. They didn't paint the bottom side. It's okay though. Can't really see it anyway. And the peg, they didn't paint the peg, which I think is a good touch, not to paint the peg, because the paint's gonna rub off and it's gonna not go right. So you have the legs done. Legs are finished. Now these arms, they can get a little difficult, but once you know what you're doing, they're not difficult. So just pull these arms up a little bit. It's pegged in right here and right here, so you kind of lift it out. Then you can get these arms up. These arms are pegged together too. After you move all this stuff, they kind of come apart. And what you're going to do is, now I move these arms out like this and flip it around. So now the wheels are inside. Then you can get this situated. You kind of move this back and you can see that waist. It's other Transformers that's done that. It kind of folds down here. And this is a tab in the back. You want to get these arms situated first. So these arms slide up like this, and then you got to move this down. It's on a double hinge right here. You move this down while you're sliding this up. What you want is this peg right here, that's the part of the tire, to tab in the back. You can't really see it because it's black plastic, so it's hard. It tabs in right there. This right here, this peg hole right here will tab in up there, and it moves in and out on this joint right there. The arms do. So you can see, you can push it in, but you got to do everything at, a certain angle. So once you can get this in like this, then you can get this situated. Move this down, and there's two pegs at the bottom that these peg into. You kind of peg that on to kind of keep it face reveal. Then get these situated the way you can. Now you gotta get these so they can slide all the way in, and then that's when you have it. And see it sliding in. Slide it in, and then you move this where you need it to be. And you kind of gotta maneuver it because it's two pegs that peg that back peg in first, and then peg that in. And there you go. You got one side done. Then you get this the same way. This in, this in back, and peg that, and then make sure it's slid together right. And you just move his fist around, or her fist. I keep calling him because the face doesn't really look like a female character to me. I guess I don't know. It just doesn't. Then again, it's a robot, so what is it supposed to look like? Like, I got this preconceived image in my head of what it should look like. And there you go. And I think this figure is a great looking figure. If you're into this character, if you're into this line, I mean, it's a great figure. It has minimum hollow points. And this is what I mean. Like when I'm just coming off a Studio Series Perceptor that has hollow all over. And then you get a legacy figure like this that doesn't have too much hollow. I mean, it's hollow in there, but the arms are solid. The arms reminded me of Masterpiece Transformation car, and everything's solid. The paint is solid. The look of the figure is solid, and just trying to show the face. Face is nice. Got that gold, got the blue up here. It's all done well, the paint, and I'm sure I could find some complaints, but you got that blue there. Like, it's really done well. It's a really well done figure. I know I keep saying that, but it is. And for it to be a character that I don't really know, and I don't know if that helps or hurts my view or what, but it's a great character. So then you can put the gun in her hand like this, and it's a good figure. Good figure. Spoiler alert, it's highly recommended if you're into this. So let's compare it to some figures. So I just did this review. You see that? That's the Studio Series. This is Studio Series, and this is a Legacy. So there's that. Articulation. The arms go all the way around like that. It does go down far. It's kind of weird, but you got that. You also have ports everywhere. There's a port here that I'm guessing can go on something. You can put this back here like that if you like that and want it kind of like a jetpack, or you can move it down and put it on the back. So that's what I'll do. Move that down, put it back here, kind of like a jetpack. So the arm goes all the way around, goes up both sides about that much, which is 90. It's 90 degrees. Doesn't go no farther. You got a 90-degree elbow, and you have a bicep swivel. The head is kind of hard, unarticulated. It is on a ball joint, but the way the ball joint is up in there, it doesn't get much. So you got about that much, which is nothing. And side to side isn't much. You can get it all the way around, but pretty much gonna have to look forward. Now this is where some other articulation limitations may be where the figure lacks. You got straight fist, that's normal for this type of figure. But then you have here where you can't really get the waist swivel because of this. And I don't know if you can, I don't think you can really move it out the way. All you can do is, you just get that much. So that's a big limitation of the waist. Get these arms out the way. Legs, you can get forward about that much and kind of do the hurdles. You are limited right here, but it doesn't look limited because the way the legs are. You have a split joint right here, so you can go back and forth. Then you got the splits, get the wayward splits. So then you got double jointed, is it double joint? No, it's not double jointed knees, but it does get hefty. So I think without this, you can get a little bit more. So if you don't have this on the back, you can get the knee way past 90 degrees. And the foot goes down, goes up about that much, goes down about that much. It's one long foot. It's nothing on the toe. And you get a little rocker. It's not a great rocker, but it still functions well. You can get about that much to make it look. So it's not a bad rocker. Let's go back to car mode. Already took this off, which is what is needed to be done. Now you want to unpeg this, kind of get it out. Move this around the fist just so you don't forget to move it around. I'm not sure how big of difference that is, but it does help with pegging it in. So you pull that and pull this forward, pull that and pull this forward. Then you can slide this out on the sliding joint there. Slide it out and unpeg that. Now you can move this up all the way, move this up all the way like that. Now this is easy to get situated because you know this peg right here and there. So if you get that just to keep your place, you can do that now just to keep your place. Then the arms, you want to move like this, so you can move this in. And again over here, kind of move this in and kind of get these in the same line, because there's a clip that clips onto a peg, and they just have to be the same. Kind of get it like that, and then there you go. Move this down a little bit, and then plug this back in, and you got everything where you need it. Now the hands grab onto these two pegs that are part of the body. You just push that in there, push that in there. Makes for a tight fit. So there you go. I got kind of turned around with these legs the first time I tried to transform this. So let's see if I can do it now. So you pull that out, and you can move this down a little bit, and you just move this foot in. Again, move this out, move this down a little bit, move this foot in. Now the way this goes is kind of parallel to the leg like that, and you know you got it right if this sits flat up against here. So you see just like that. And on this side, because when you pull it up, you see how far it is up, and you see how it's sitting. So you want it to sit flatter. Not that flat. There we go. About like that. Then you turn this, which is the easiest thing to do. And I was having trouble with this joint right here. This joint has to go all the way up there. Kind of get that peg out of there. And then this, I have trouble moving. Just move it around it. Push it all the way in there like that. Lift this up a little bit because there's pegs that's going to have to go in there. Here we go. Again over here. Pull that out and kind of like get it around this. All the way. And this will get turned around like this, to turn like this. And the waist will turn. You just got to make sure you have everything straight. And these can be your guides because they're going to have to sit underneath this cockpit. And then you kind of get them underneath there and put this together. You see a peg there and a peg down here. They're opposite. You just peg them together. And then when you have that together like that, these two pegs should fit in there. It kind of solidifies everything, and it does hold pretty well. Got that. Then you take this. If you didn't already fold the guns in, you just fold the guns in. Like I said, I don't know if it's like this or down. You just stick that there, and then you can, I don't know if you put it down. I like it down. And also you have a peg up here, I guess, for something else, another gun or something. It didn't come with anything, but you know how that go. And here we are. So if you enjoyed this review, leave me everything you need to leave me, and I would appreciate it. So I'll get up with you in another video.
Ain't over, life ain't over, life ain't over, life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.